Welcome back, everybody. How we doing tonight? Poker Rossi, Todd, Phillip, James. Man, James, I seen that short that you put up with your jaw. Good Lord. Man, hopefully you get that going a little bit better sometime soon. Magnetic Connections, Colorado Springs, Chuck D. Rad, Mr. Jeremy, Lee, Daniel. How y'all doing? 15. I'm on my way to get it.
Okay, the trailer's ready.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
All right.
Yeah. They's coming to let me know my trailer's ready. I'm on my way, man. You wait for me. I've been waiting here all day. Don't try to rush me out now. So, for everybody that was with me earlier today, hopefully you enjoyed the one-wheel ride around. Pretty good, I thought. Pretty decent. I watched a little bit of it. I want to make a short out of the train video. I mean, it's just gonna be a short, but I got a little idea on how I'm gonna set it up. Might be a day or two before I do it, but just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not got that thumbs up button yet, smash it, mash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. We do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it. Don't be a part of the salty crew. Save that salt for your popcorn. How about it? Get me some tea or something. Monster would have been great, but I don't have one. I drank it this morning. Actually, I'll probably drink a Minute Maid. I guess that can work for now. How you been? Yeah, I just started falling asleep when they called me. Luna, how you doing? Tapes, roll call. Sick, but coming out of it. So I don't know. Maybe I can, I don't know if I can go back. Do this section, hopefully. Keith, how you doing? Alright, I'm gonna put you on mute for just a second. my paperwork, I think. That's how I'll do it. I hadn't decided how far I'm going to drive tonight. You know, I may drive for a couple hours, you know, maybe 2, 3, or 4, or 5. I don't know for sure. I'll figure it out once we get going down the road. Alright, I'll be back in just a bit, guys. Gals, ladies and gentlemen. Joshua, how you doing? Welcome to the Ride Along Gang, I think. clean just a little bit. I don't know, I guess I could go over here into a parking spot, right? That way I'm out of everybody's way. We'd be headed west from here. Yes, indeed. I should have just pulled straight up, so I should have done. Can't do it. Alright, by looking at my pressure gauge, we have a light freaking load today. That's just by looking at my pressure gauge. I don't know though. Yeah, well, I mean, it'd have to be light to be sitting like this. Got popped popcorn, I do believe. How's that look, y'all? A little better? I think so. Alright, yeah, I'll be back in just a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna go up here, get the paperwork, and I'll be right back. Yeah, we got a light load. It is light. Unless my air gauge is messed up, we are light. Which is nice for a change. All right, now our weights. As far as our weights goes, here's what we got. Dang, why's that hot air for? That's not cool. All right, our weights now. As far as our weights go, we've got somebody calculate this up for me. Well, wait a minute. Before we calculate it up, everybody throw in your guesses on what you think the weights are, and I'll do the calculating while you guys are throwing the guesses in. Donna, how you doing? All right, now, okay, wait a minute. Let me rephrase this to y'all. What this is going to be, this isn't going to be our gross weight per se, truck and trailer and load. This is just the weight that I've got in the truck and trailer. Oh, wait a minute. Let me figure it up and see how much it is. I'll go back. Go ahead. Just proceed on. Scratch what I just said. I'll go back and I'll add it all up together for the truck weight too. My bad. Never mind. Carry on, people. Carry on. Dang it. Okay. Now, the weight that I've got is not exact. It's not an exact weight, but it's pretty close to what we are roundabouts. So are we done guessing the weights? Our grand total weight is, dang it, hang on, let me go back. The grand total is somewheres around abouts in the neighborhood of 58,465. It's between 58,465 and 59,000. It just depends on how much my tractor weighs without the load. I put it just as an even 35, and I know it's just a little bit higher than that. So I think my truck and trailer is 35.4, if I'm not mistaken, around 35.4. So 58,865 is what we're going to go with. 58,865. $58,865 now, or $465, yeah. So now the question is, am I going to stop and weigh this load, or am I going to drive right on by the official scales and getting the official weight? What do you guys think? $100,000, good Lord, Texas tough. You are trying to be tough, ain't you? All right, we are not, I repeat, we are not going to stop and weigh it. And the reason why that I'm not going to stop and weigh it is because the gross total, exactly, Chuck, I've slid my tandems all the way to the front as far as they'll go, and at that I know my drives is somewhere in the 23 to 25,000 pound range, because my gauge is sitting on 49 psi. Now here, let me show you something right here. All right, don't look at the dirt. That's not what I'm showing. Right here, 50, or it's 49 psi. In order for it to be 34,000, it would have to be up here to 60. Would have to be up to the 60 to be 4,000 on the drives. And I know with 23,000 pounds total, our trailer axles is nowhere close to that neither. So we're going to roll with it, no stopping. And with that being said, now I got to fix my GPS because I had myself routed to the truck stop. Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not got that thumbs up button yet, smash it, mash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. We do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it. All aboard! Let's roll, doggies. Yeah, the only thing that my mud flap needs now is just to be bent upwards a little bit. I mean, it's not a huge concern. It's up there, it's off the ground, and the mud flap's back on the bracket. So as far as the mud flap goes, we should be good. Should be. What direction are we going? The southern route. We're going to be running 20 through 20 20 to 10 and 10 to 8. Dang it, I've been sitting here talking to myself. Yeah, we're gonna... Dang it, I don't even know what all I said now. I could have swore I turned that back off. 20 to 10 to 8. Going to the San Diego area. I don't know how far I'm going to drive because the first drop is on the hang on, I have to check it, make sure. The first drop is on the 6th at like 5 a.m. Yeah, 5 a.m. The second drop is on the 7th at 7 a.m. The third drop is on the 8th at 7 a.m. So it's 6th, 7th, and 8th. And today is what, the 4th? The 3rd? Yeah, today's the 3rd. So, it's not like I have to pump out a bunch of miles on this run. But then tomorrow and the next day, you know, I can either split it into 3 even days, or I can split it, you know, I can run 300 tonight and then 200 and 200. Either which way, you know, however we feel like doing it. We're somewhat pretty light, so it's not like we're going to have to worry about too much of the hills. Boom while I'm doing turns, y'all. Boom! You guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen are freaking awesome. Thank you so much for the first 100 thumbs up right here at the Ride Along Gang. Really do appreciate it. Snatch some salt from the salty crew. Butter up that popcorn. Enjoy the rest of the ride. Now, we do love the Misfits around here. How much do we love the Misfits? Well, freaking bunches. Yeah, I can't do the boom while I'm making turns. I've got to watch my trailer and everything else, so. I mean, y'all can holler out boom, 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 boom all you want to. Just know that it's not coming until the turn's done. What the heck was that? Oh, man. I have to remember that that fell off the seat. Why am I still driving? Shit. Sheesh, man, I just started driving. You almost had me saying all kinds of bad words. Good night, Pink Panther. Appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with us for a brief minute. We'll catch you next time around. I might just turn this show into a late show. It's you know, it's possible. It's a high possibility. You ain't missed a thing unless you, well, if you missed the first shift live stream, you missed that, but that was a play-in live stream, really. That didn't count for nothing. Viewer discretion advised. Hey, I almost said the F word, almost F-bombed it and concluded the pants. What the frickin', dang it! Stupid GPS. Why it had me come down here for is beyond me. I wasn't paying attention. I looked at this before I ever started the live stream up and knew that it was doing this to me and knew not to take. I told myself, don't do it. 101 distracted me so badly that I did it anyway. Dang it. We're doing a turnaround, loop around, that's all. See, it's trying to get me to get on 820 there to turn around in a mile. How stupid is that? I should have went straight to begin with. Back there where I made that last turn. And I knew this already. I already knew that my GPS was having me do that. Oh, wait a minute. I need to be in this lane. It's not a double turning lane, man. Jeez, that was a freaking motorcycle. I thought that was a siren. It was a dang motorcycle. Spanky Ham, how you doing? Now, I don't think they put my load locks in place. Hopefully, they didn't leave them back there in the facility. Hopefully. That's what I don't like about not opening your doors up at facilities like that, because you have no way of knowing if they've put your load locks back in there or if they even put them up. See, that's what happened with the last load that I had that went to New Jersey. For any of you that was watching me when I done the New Jersey run, it was a Cargill pickup, which Cargill never puts your load locks the way they're supposed to. If they even put them back in, they don't brace the load. And my load fell going up to Jersey. But this place here, see, when I backed the truck up to the trailer up to the door, the dock, I wasn't even supposed to open my doors up. Which means that when I pulled it off the doors is already closed and sealed, is what that means. So, I mean, if the load falls, it's not my fault, but they still blame the drivers for it. You're an idiot, man. That car cut off the next car coming up. He could have easily come over to the left-hand side. I know he's exiting, but still. And we are off, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for who's been keeping up? Is this the freaking 4th or is this the 5th California trip since onion season ended? Disco lights! I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that. I know it's one or the other. It's either the 4th one, maybe the 3rd. It could be the 3rd one. But I want to think that it's the 4th or 5th, but it might be the 3rd or 4th. It's the 3rd one. We've already been to California more this year since onion season ended than the previous 2 years almost put together. Almost. Riley, how you doing? Where are we headed? Uh-oh. Riley's late for class. Amber, tardy slip, please. Riley needs a tardy slip. We're headed to California, man. Headed to California. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. That's all in good fun, Riley. All in good fun. That's all it is. Just messing around, playing. You're not the only one that's got the tardy slip. Bunches of people have gotten tardy slips. We've probably handed out hundreds of tardy slips in the last, 4 days now? Hundreds. And most of them's been to the same people. That's the bad thing. Most of them's been to the exact same people. Yeah, well, you got it there. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Ride Along Gang. Well, yeah, you know, we might. It's possible that I might run the night shift all week. I don't know. we'll see how things work out here in the next little bit. I don't really want to do the night shift, but I don't mind to do it. I'd much really rather do the day shift. Rag tardy slips brings big bucks on eBay. Put it on a shirt. I'm tardy. Where's my tardy slip? So it was a pretty good little one-wheel ride I did today. Pretty good. I thought the train was just a nice bonus. It was cool how we manifested the train though, right? Or I thought it was anyway. I know I had to take an extra turn or maybe 3 to manifest it properly, but it worked out right. It still worked out right. I guess it was a good thing that the sidewalk was missing right there, because I might have would have got to the crossing a little early. Well, we could have watched the train without the sunshine in our eyes had the sidewalk not been there. Or I mean, had the sidewalk been there. And got a wave, yeah, and a horn after he passed the crossing. So that was another bonus. Lake Worth, next to 2 exits. Lake Worth, Texas. Now see if my phone was synchronized in on my gimbal like it is capable of doing if Android would just let it do it. I've got a little knob on the side of the gimbal that I can zoom in with if I could get the app downloaded on the phone. I don't know if I can download that app or not. Maybe I can. I need to look into that. Just got the one-wheel notification. Dang it. Yeah, YouTube, they've got their ways of throwing the notifications out. It's kind of weird. All right, Jason, appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. Well, we'll catch you next time and make it back. But yeah, it's weird how YouTube does with the notifications. I know there's some people, I get notifications for 3 of their videos at one time, or I notice it at one time. I don't know, maybe. Actually, when I'm doing the one-wheel live streams, I need to turn my notifications off, not so that I don't get stuff, but if you noticed during the one-wheel video, I had a lot of notifications come through it. I need to turn the sound off of them when I'm doing the one-wheel. when I do these videos, see, I've got the microphone hooked up, so I'm sure you guys hear it, but it's not the same. Dale, how you doing? I don't know, maybe it is the same. I never really noticed the notifications go through when I'm doing, but I don't watch these live streams very much. I do go back and rewatch like the one wheels to see if I'm doing stuff that I need to correct, or what I need to try to remember to not do, like turning the camera quickly. Like I was doing that today quite a bit. Caught myself turning it quickly a few times. And for some odd reason or another, I think without the microphones, you guys can't hear me as well. But I forget how close that I put the phone up to my face. So I know y'all, I mean, it's not that I know, but I should know that you guys can hear me pretty decent. But yet I still talk loud anyway. Georgia Washington, how you doing? Welcome to the Ride Along Gang. I guess this is Lake Worth right here. Dang it, man. Dang it. You are welcome. What is the one wheel thing? It's a skateboard with one wheel. Kind of like the hoverboards. But you stand on it like you would a skateboard. And it's only got one wheel instead of 2 or 4. I was riding it in the earlier stream today. I think it was like, I've got it time stamped when the one wheel part of the stream started. I don't know if it's time stamped. I don't think I time stamped it in the comments. I time stamped it in the description of the video. Picking up a load tonight? No, we just picked it up. We've been sitting in whatever the name of the town is that I've got on the title. We've been sitting there for about, I don't know, 5-ish hours today waiting for them to load the truck up. Do I like going to Los Angeles? I don't go to Los Angeles very much. I did deliver a load right after onion season to the Los Angeles area. I mean, I don't like crossing the California state line at all, but if I'm going to cross it, it really don't matter where I go to from there. Not really. Well, thank you, man. Thank you very much. Just picked up a load in Atlanta, headed to Las Vegas. I delivered a load to Las Vegas about, what, 3 or 4 weeks ago? Maybe 5 weeks ago. I wanted to do a one-wheel ride there, but I had some unexpected problems arise, and it caused me to be able to keep from doing it. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Let's have to see how it goes. I don't listen to music very much at all. simply because I'm on these live streams a lot, which gives me no time to listen to music whatsoever. From time to time, I'll go listen to, like maybe one song on YouTube, like maybe once a month. I might go listen to one song, but that's about all the music listening I do. Simply because I really don't have time to sit and listen. I almost took that exit. Yeah, this company here is a reefer division. Watch your speed. I'd rather watch the road. Speed limit's 70 miles an hour anyway, good lord. How far is my next stop? Well, for the night, I don't know, I hadn't decided yet. My next stop, as in my delivery, 1,344 miles. fast turnaround on deliveries? They're not really that fast. Not as fast as I would like for some of them to be. It's like the last load I delivered last night at, what was it, 10 p.m.? And then I got loaded, or got reloaded by 10 p.m. tonight, so that wasn't as fast as I would like, but I was able to get out and ride around a little bit. Well, now, I tell you what, as far as that one goes, Adam, somebody had pointed out on the short that I put up for Halloween, which I didn't notice it when I was driving, and I didn't notice it when I put the short up, but I did go back and look at that short, and there was something a little off about it, and I'm not real sure what it was, but if you go back and you look at the short that I put up for Halloween, look at the signs on the right hand side of the highway as I'm driving. There's some kind of shadow that moves across the emergency lane, which I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't notice it while I was driving. I didn't notice it when I was putting the short up, but somebody pointed it out, and there definitely was some sort of something or other that moved across the screen, or it moved across the emergency lane. And for anybody else that's already watched that video, well, go back and look at it. Maybe read her comment. I was going to pin her comment, but I didn't know if she wanted it pinned. You know, some people, when they put good comments up, they just might not necessarily want it pinned. So I didn't pin it, even though I would have loved to pin it. And I should just go in and ask her, but it's about the same as it's always been. I mean, really, in doing pretty good tonight, Damon. How you doing? I want to say welcome to the Ride Along Gang, but it seems like I've seen your name in here before, so I'll just go with welcome. Welcome or welcome back. That's exactly it right there. Well, now, it wasn't the moon. It was something in between the pavement and the signs. And it was right around the second sign is where you could see it at. So if you go back and check that video out, if you hadn't checked it out, go check it out. If you have checked it out, go back and check it out. And tell me what you think about it, but leave it in the comment section over there. I mean, you can here if you want to, but leave it in the comment section over there. Let me know if you see it or if you don't see it. It was just kind of weird. And I first thought it was a reflector, but I don't know. After I watched it about 3 times, I'm just not sure. What's up, Nexter? We're just cruising on out to California again. I wish they'd send me northeast on one of the instead of all these California runs, but 9 inches of snow in Michigan. Dang it, man. Yeah, that's the thing about Michigan, though. They get snow quick. Everything freezes up. Yeah, it's like a dark space is what it is. It was just really kind of weird how it moved across, and like I say, somebody commented it was the only reason I even noticed. I didn't notice it until they pointed it out. Over your kneecaps? Over my kneecaps? It would have probably been about actually head level for me. Maybe a little lower. Could have been an optical illusion. You know, that's what a lot of people says about stuff like that. It's just optical illusions. A Michigan snow reference a little while back. How far back was it? Like a week ago? Way back. Ain't no telling. I say so much stuff. If I had to actually keep track of everything I said, I'd be in trouble. Over a month ago? No, I don't remember. I don't have a clue. Could be a part of a headlight. Could very well be. I know I said something about heaven and hell, Michigan. I do know that. I remember saying something about that, but I don't remember exactly what I said. I tell you what, my truck has lost some power. There's no doubt about it. My truck has lost some power. No, I've never done that before, Adam. But now I would. If I could get on with a carny outfit, I probably would. That would work out perfect for the way I do my live streams. You know, going city to city and then getting out and doing the one wheels. That would work really perfect for that. Depending on how much work I had to do at the carnival, you know. If I didn't have to do any work at the carnival, it would work out perfect. Now, if I had to work the carnival, it might not work out so good, but hey, your sugar dropped earlier. Dang it. Be careful. Appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. Hopefully we'll catch you somewhere down the road. We are here every day for y'all's viewing pleasure. Alright, James, take it easy, and hopefully you get feeling better too. Vegas. Batesville branded caskets. Wow. Batesville. That's one thing that I don't think I've ever hauled is a load of caskets. I don't think. Not that I can remember. If I did, I didn't know that's what it was. But I don't think I have. Hauling a truck full of empty caskets, or a trailer full of empty caskets, so it wouldn't bother me none. It would be hauling the used caskets or occupied caskets. Now that might be a little different. that could be a little unsettling, but all right, according to the GPS, we are in Weatherford. Well, just went into Millsaps, Texas. You're welcome, sir. I can't believe that the ride earlier today, how I didn't realize until right there at the end of it, all of that riding that I could have cut out, all of that excess non-essential riding that I could have cut out by making a right-hand turn going out of the exit there instead of making that left-hand turn. I almost felt like kicking myself after I realized, when I got back and realized where I was at and where I was at previous. I was just like, dang it, man. I could have rode so much farther. Had I not zigzagged it up through there. Leo, how you doing? But that's all right. We got a little bit more experience falling off the ledges of the sidewalk and everything like that. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, at least we got to see a little bit around. Always. Well, not always. Usually. Some people, hindsight's 40-40 and it's just the way it is. But that's the one thing about doing it, you know, in places that you're not familiar with, because you do a lot of unnecessary traveling to get to places. Just because, you know, that's the only thing I don't like about getting out and doing it in strange towns, is because you just don't know where you're at to go where to go. You can't take the most efficient routes unless you've really, really studied them. And with us not knowing where we're going to be at from day to day, I really don't have time to study them. But it's always fun to get out and ride around anyway. That's what we done today. We took the scenic route. Could have made it a whole lot easier, but took the, and I even could have I could have made it easier coming back, but I just did not know until right at the very end it occurred to me. I was like, wait a minute. Dang it. Because I was actually headed down that road and turned around and went back up. Learn the shortcut before you leave. Right. See, I rode, was it 9 miles? And had I made the right going out, I don't know, probably wouldn't have rode 9 miles. It probably would have just been about 6 miles. Maybe. Down Skid Row in LA. That place is something else right there. I had never been through it, but I've seen it. So now, how many dropped trailers have we seen on this live stream now? Is that the one that we seen day before yesterday? I think is the third one or the fourth one. I'm not real sure. Two of them's been on the highway, and one of them was in the parking lot. One or two was in the parking lot. I remember one. Seems like I remember another one, but I'm not 100% sure about it. October 6th was in El Paso. See it later. 10-4. 3. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Two on the highway and one in the parking lot. Stop at a truck stop tonight. $545 miles to El Paso. Dang it. We could make it to El Paso, but I'm not driving that far. Pretty sure. But we could if we wanted to. I definitely don't intend on driving all night. just didn't want you to post the video because I was going to post that video up on the short shelf. But yeah, the pictures are fine. Kentucky truck, how you doing? It doesn't make it ineligible, but if everybody watches it from the Facebook group, then I might not get no views on the YouTube page. I know that sounds a little bit greedy, but no, it don't make it ineligible. Oh yeah. I seen that. I was like, oh my God. Cause he used to before I was able to cut the shorts like that. Cause I've not always been able to cut shorts out of the live streams. That's a new feature as of about 8 or 9, maybe 10 months ago. Maybe a year, but I don't know that it's been quite a year. It was before. See, everybody would clip out parts, and like the regulators would clip out sections of the videos of the live streams and post them up here so that you guys could go back and look at them. But since they've fixed it to where I can actually upload them as shorts, I would rather not do it that way. That way you can go check out the short shelf. So, but yeah, pictures don't make no difference. Not really. Because like if you post a picture, which I know you posted the picture of the drop trailer before I fixed the short, but like if just for say, like if I'd have posted the short first before you posted the picture, then you could always be like, you know, you can see the video on the short shelf, blah, 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 you know, whatever, something like that. It has been, Leo. It really has. It's as far as subscriber count goes, it's not done a whole lot. I mean, it has, don't get me wrong. It has done, you know, a little bit as far as subscriber count goes, but as far as viewership goes, it's done a tremendous amount. I think I looked at it not too long ago, I think, and I've got somewhere in the neighborhood of like 750,000 views just off my short shelf, which I've never had any, you know, go over 40,000 views, but they're steadily and slowly climbing to where they are getting up beyond 10,000 and 20,000 views, some of them. If I can get them up to where they're actually hitting the 50 to 100,000 mark, then I believe that it would help the subscriber count just a considerable amount. But yeah, I'm glad that they finally fixed it to where I could cut the shorts like that. He had an air conditioner sticking out his window. Did you see that? Right, right. Yeah, because I mean, a lot of the shorts though. See, I cut like mid sentence, and I do that on purpose. I actually do that on most of the time. I do it on purpose, like cut it right in mid sentence or mid word, or just as soon as the sentence ends. I cut the video, and the reason why I do that for is maybe to spark an interest, as in, well, what else happened, or this or that, and trying to get just a little bit different hook is what I'm working with that, I think. Devil special. Devils had, I think, at least 3 shorts with his being mentioned in. I think there's been about 3 of them, I think, or maybe more, but I believe it's been about 3 that I've mentioned Devil's Travels in one form or fashion or another. Yeah, I would rather you guys not post video clips up of the live stream. I would rather y'all not do that. Not on the page anyway. I tell you, well, sometimes, you know, I do have to run these late nights. I'd rather not. I mean, I don't mind running them, but I'd rather do it in the daytime. But now, when Tasha's back on the truck, I don't know how much you've watched with Tasha on the truck. Not real sure. When she's back on the truck, I do drive later every day because we stop more. I have to stop and, you know, fill her ice cups up, take Haber out for a walk. I have to stop a lot more. Meetups, yeah. Now, if you want to post, okay, thanks for throwing that question up, Mark. Colorado Springs. If you want to throw up, because I never post meetups. I never clip and short meetups. I never clip and short the meetups. So if you want to clip those videos, if that's something that you're wanting to clip, be my guest, because I rarely ever clip a meetup into a short. But yeah, when Tasha's with me, I do drive a lot later, and it's usually about every night too. Unless I can get a big portion of the driving day before she wakes up. Now, if I can get a big portion of it done before she wakes up, then I don't have to drive so late. But if I start driving and then have to pull over like within an hour for whatever reason, and her and Haber wakes up, then it's just chain reaction for the rest of the day. Barry, how you doing? Yeah, I can't. I've been missing them. Been missing them a lot here lately. It just seems like she's been off the truck forever this time. And I thought the last time when I went in on home time last time, I thought she was going to come back out with me, but she decided to stay there one more time. Yeah, it has. It's been a minute. Now, the only thing that I hate about them coming back on the truck is because when I went in on the home time, I know it buffered out and you guys wasn't able to see it except for after they done pulled up, and it was just a little bitty snippets all you guys got to see. But after I got back in the truck, I don't know if it was before I shut the live stream off or right after I shut the live stream off, I hopped back up in the truck to get some stuff to take up to the house, and she set Haber up in the truck, and he was just instantly sad. That's the only thing I hate about him coming back on the truck, because he was instantly sad when she throwed him up in the truck. You could just see it. It radiated. He's got accustomed to the house and being able to move around the house freely. So he wasn't real happy about being inside the truck. But I don't know if he just thought that she was throwing him in the truck and I was closing the door and we was taking off. I don't know exactly, what his thoughts was. .30 in the PM. Rain, cold, lost money. Lost money on the horse races or the kangaroo races. Yeah, June. Yeah, you're right. I think she was with us for just maybe a couple of weeks on the onion season. Some deer over there. I think it was around June, because onion season started at the end of May. It's probably the first week in June. No betting on the ruse. Differ on that, man. Differ on that. See, we should be gliding up through here right now. Yeah, I've hit one deer. Almost two. Well, I could have hit that second one, but I couldn't tell that I hit it or not. But I have hit one. Right. Yeah, that first one he jumped out in front of me. He didn't make it. He went under the truck. He split my bumper in half. That second one though, I think he made it. I don't know in the video if it was actually my brakes that made the sound or if I hit his hip and it made that sound. I think it was my brakes. What I'm thinking, but it could have touched him. I mean, it was that close. radio check. Check, 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 check. uncalled for right there. Put your foot on the go pedal, man. Fisherman 357. How you doing? I hadn't decided yet. We can run it all the way to El Paso, but I doubt that I'm going to drive that far. When's the last time I've been to Iowa 80? I don't know. I've done a live stream there. That's the last time I've been there. I don't know how long it's been. It's been several months. Tasha was on the truck with me. It's been a minute. All right, I'll be back in just a few minutes. RRH, how you doing? Stormmaster, how you doing? I got 3 nitros. Heck yeah. And I got me a slice of pepperoni pizza. Doing good, right on, man, right on. Shut your mouth. So I don't know. I may have not. The gimbal, the battery in the gimbal went dead pretty quick today. I may have not had it charged all the way up. I don't know for sure if I did or not, because it seems like an hour and 50 minutes. That seemed like it extremely quick for the gimbal. So I'm not 100% sure that I had it charged all the way up today. Maybe I did. But it just, I don't know, it just seems like that was an awful quick rundown time. Randy, how you been? 18 away from 200. Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen. If you've not got that thumbs up button yet, smash it, mash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. We do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it. Don't be a part of the dang old softy crew, y'all. Don't do it. And my ear don't feel good inside. So I don't know. Can you tell what I'm doing? Even though I don't need to be doing it, I'm still doing it anyway. Been busy? No, I'm not going to sleep. Anyway, I was tug testing it just then. Even though I knew nobody was pulled the kingpin because I pulled tension on it, but yeah, I stretched it already. I was just goofing about with it that time just to make sure. I think the inside of my ear is freaking bothering me though. Feels like there's water in there. I don't think there's water in it. Shouldn't be. I wouldn't think. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It don't 100% feel like it just. Well, it actually feels stopped up, is what it feels like. But it kind of feels like water in it, kind of. It just don't feel like it. They must have just stocked those Monster Nitros because they're not real cold. What the heck is that thing? Looks like an old VW. What you just said, Lorna. Not a clue. You might want to recheck that one. Maybe. I mean, I don't know, but that's what it feels like. It feels like it's stopped up from like elevation change. I don't like chewing gum. Emily, appreciate that. It all makes sense now. June girl, how you doing? Welcome to the Ride Along Gang. Gotcha, Lorna. Gotcha. It makes sense now. I read it the first time. I was like, I don't know. And it makes sense too. It could be it could be from the wind, because it's the ear that faces the front whenever I'm riding on the one wheel. And I could have done it in Salt Lake City the other night, because I rode for about 2 hours in Salt Lake City. So it could very well be could have very well been the cold wind. I didn't even think about that. I'll be dang. Yeah, and that's the ear that's facing the wind too. It is that ear, so you might be right about that. I might need to start putting cotton balls in that ear before I ride. No, but wait a minute. I had my head cover on in Salt Lake City. Back to the e-bike. I don't know about that. The e-bike is good though. I mean, it has its advantages over the one wheel. But the one wheel just feels so much better. Yeah, they're fun, they are. But now, here's you something to look into. As an alternative, look up the InMotion unicycle. Now I got an advertisement on that thing earlier. Was it a Black Friday? May have been a Black Friday special. Anyway, it was 50% off. Now that thing is normally $1,500. And it's the one-wheeled unicycle deal. And they was advertising it for $800. I didn't look in and see which brand, which model it was, size and whatnot. But now I was looking at those, and I guess that's the reason I got the advertisement for it. I was looking at those a few weeks ago, during my home time, I think. And those things are supposed to, according to the website, they're supposed to have like an 80-mile range. And even without the sale, they're still half the price of the one wheel. I don't know, but if I get another little toy or vehicle like that, then I'm going to look in. Actually, I'm going to look into one of those. Jeez, man, that bump got Monster Nitro all over my freaking knee. God God dang it. Yeah, the weight on those things, they're like 60 pounds. That seriously did. That slung Monster Nitro all over my leg. It's like 60 pounds, but now the thing about that one is like, just for say I get out and I run out of juice, I have to carry that one wheel back to however far away from the vehicle or wherever I'm going is at. And the in motion thing, a majigger, it has a handle on it like the rolling luggage that you can get. It has a handle similar to that you can pull out of it and like the rolling luggage deal. Oh, I don't know how that would be. But I'm just saying that would be something worth looking into. And I don't know if they're harder or easier to ride than the one wheel. Clean up seat one, yeah, no doubt. That's the big disadvantage to that one, as it weighs 60 pounds. As far as getting in and out of the truck, that would be the big disadvantage to it. But okay, and here's another disadvantage to it, where I was saying that it's got like an 80-mile range. If you just get the one charger for it, it's got 2 charging ports. If you just get the one charger for it, I think it takes somewhere between 5 and 8 hours to charge it up to full capacity. You get the double chargers, and I believe it cuts the time in half of whichever one it is. 8, yeah, exactly. I didn't want to stress that part about how fast that it can go. But in most circumstances, when it comes to those one wheels of any type, whether it's the unicycle or the one wheel, that's like my one wheel. Well, it'll go a maximum of 20 miles an hour, and it'll get a maximum range between 20 and 30 miles. So with a maximum range of 80 miles, you're looking at about 89 miles per hour. And that's what I was like, I wouldn't want to go that fast. Not on one of those things. That'd have to be nearly impossible to fall off of for me to want to go that fast. And I just don't think they're nearly impossible to fall off of. Maybe, I'm sure it's a lot easier to stay up on them than the actual one wheel is. that would make an awesome video. Tasha on the e-bike, Haber on the one wheel, and me on the unicycle. That would be sweet. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about last night, James. The one where he done the nosedive and he was going very fast. I seen that one. And I should have shared it on the Facebook group, and I flipped on by it and forgot. But yeah, that's the one I was talking about last night, James. Full motorcycle gear for that, yeah, most definitely would be needed. Still on the road? We just got on the road about 2.5 hours ago, Gary. But yeah, you would definitely need a motorcycle helmet and probably the leather bodysuit, gloves, boots, all that good setup. when and if I get another one, that's probably what I'll get. Will be one of those. See, I didn't realize when I got the one wheel how the unicycles are set up now. The last ones that I've paid any attention to or looked at, they wasn't nowhere as near the caliber that they are now. Yeah, if you remember, get it and share it on the page, or on the group. I was going to, and I flipped off of it, and I don't know how to search up my history on Facebook. See, I know where my library history is on YouTube, but on Facebook, I don't know how to get to it. Daryl, how you doing? No, I wouldn't either, Leo. There's no way in the world I would. Well, I say there's no way in the world, but if I got my hands on, or got my feet on one and rode it for a little bit, I might do it. No, I wouldn't do it. That's just craziness right there. It will take more than 5 months to drive from Haltom, Texas. I think what you're looking at there, Ryan, I think what you're looking at, yeah, okay, see, I started driving on the 3rd, and it's now the 4th is why I've done that. Yeah, 23 is the year. I just done that because I knew I'd be driving past midnight. And a lot of people will come in and they'll be like, it's not the 3rd, man, it's the 4th. Well, I started on the 3rd, but I'm finishing on the 4th, so that's the reason why I put it like that. You confused me there for a minute, but I guess probably about as much as you was confused, right? Yeah, I like the night drives. I do some. Not a great deal, but okay. Now, James posted the video that I was telling you guys about the other night, or the other day, whenever it was, the one-wheel guy that was literally flying. Now, I didn't mention that he had a bottle in his hand. I didn't mention that part. But if you're in the Facebook group, you'll check that video out, and you'll see what I was talking about the other day. The nosedive at full speed. Yeah, we passed 2 deer earlier, maybe 10 or 15, well, maybe 20 miles back. There was a couple sitting out on the right-hand side over there. As long as they're on the right-hand side, I generally see them. The ones that's on the left-hand side, I don't know if it's the way I sit in my seat or if it's just the way that I sit my body, but I kind of angle towards the right-hand side of the vehicle. So I have a bad habit of not seeing anything that's on, not seeing animals on the left-hand side. The deer that I did hit that we was talking about earlier, he come from the left-hand side. See, I never seen him until he landed in front of the truck. Hit 2 deers the other day. Dang it. I bet that did do some damage. Well, and the one that we caught on video, see, he come from the left-hand side too. I seen him though. It was on a I think it was 2-lane, might have been 4-lane. I seen him before he started running. Position of the light direction, yeah. Yeah, it puts out more light. That look, yeah. I see what you're saying. I get it. I see what you're saying because it is lit up more on the right-hand side. How weird is that, man? How you doing, Woody? Sitting here talking about a deer and a deer head pops up. Cisco, Texas, according to the GPS, is where we're at right about now. Kobe, how you doing? Good morning. Actually, in my opinion, on those deer whistles, I think that they do more harm than good because them deer hear it from a distance off, I think, and they generally stop and look to where it's coming from, and as you get closer it gets louder and then they get triggered to run. They don't always run away from the sound. Sometimes they run towards the sound because they don't know where it's coming from. You can tell by looking at them they don't know where it's coming from. But yeah, I don't like. I put deer whistles on my truck when I very first started driving, and I nearly hit a deer. I mean, it seemed like every day because you get up close to them that they'd start running then. Where most of the time, if you go by them on the side of the interstate, they'll just stand there most of the time. Most of them on the side of the interstate they don't try to run away. They'll just stand there and wait. You got that whistle, they're gonna run. And it's just a matter of which way they choose to run. The way they can see or the way they can't see. That would be freaky, LB. Going down the interstate right here because I can't do 89 miles an hour and a freaking unicycle come flying by. It'd be like, dang. I'd like to catch that on a short video. I don't know about all that. It might be a little risque. That's my opinion on deer whistles, though, for real. I agree with you 100%. They don't help. I think they hurt more than they help. Kobe needs a tardy slip. Is Amber still awake? You might get by on it tonight. We are headed to California. Now we're not going to make it all the way to California tonight. Nowhere's near. We're not even going to make it out of Texas tonight, but that's where we're headed to. I don't think anybody. I don't remember seeing anybody guess that. I wasn't even thinking that. I for sure figured Utah or Idaho or Colorado. That's what I figured was one of them three. The blue blockers. No, I've never tried those on. I mean, I've never put them on, so I don't know about that. Save some popcorn, right? Yeah, I don't know. I've never put on a pair of the night glasses. I've thought about getting some, but I've never committed to it. Not sure why he was flashing his lights. I don't know if he thought mine was on bright or if there's a bear up here hiding in the dark. Well, we're coming into construction, so we're going to pretend like it's a bear in the dark. That's what we're going to pretend like. I don't do hotels. I got a sleeper, double bunk or bunk beds with microwave, TV. The only time I ever get a motel is if Tasha's with me and she gets to want one, then sometimes we'll get one. Or if the truck messes up, that's it. Other than that, it's ride in the truck, sleep in the truck. Motel has a pool, hotel don't. I never knew. There used to be a truck stop up in the New England states. I don't remember the name to it, but the guy that owned the truck stop, he had some sort of resort ranch style place that when the truckers would stop at his truck stop, he would take them to that ranch. It had swimming pools, I think golf courses, horses, a bunch of stuff like that. And he would actually take them from the truck stop to the ranch in limousines. That's how he would shuttle them back and forth, is in limousines. Sleeping I'm in a truck. I'm in a semi 18-wheeler. Yeah, he had it set up. Now this has been years back. it kind of got the reputation that it was more like a brothel setup. I'd never been to it, so I don't know. But it kind of got the reputation as like a brothel setup, but supposedly that's not what it was. It was just that he respected the drivers so much that he wanted to give back, you know, to them while they stopped and took their breaks. I don't know about the whole brothel part. I don't have no idea about that. Yeah, I sleep in my truck every night, every single night. I have two beds in my truck, a TV, a microwave, a refrigerator. It's like a little mini New York City apartment. We got about a half tank fuel. We're good till tomorrow. Good for another 500 miles anyway. Ish. Yeah, right. And I can't remember what truck stop it was, you know, but it was up in the New England states, Connecticut, Maine, New Hampshire, somewhere in there is where it was at, located at. Wait until we get out of this construction. I'll put popcorn out. Maybe I said that I've got a tank. I don't know why he's asking the same question 3 times or 2 times. I don't know if he's buffering or. Maybe I'm buffering. If y'all didn't hear the answer, let me know and I'll repeat it. Boom! You guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen are freaking awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for over 200 thumbs up right here at Ride Along Gang. Really do appreciate it. Snatch some song, crew, butter up that popcorn, enjoy the rest of the ride. Now, we do love the Misfits around here. How much do we love the Misfits? Well, freaking bunches. Oh, you had ads? Half a tank of fuel. Good for about 500 miles. You are welcome. You are welcome. I did buffer. We had ads. Alright then, half a tank of fuel, sleep in my truck. It is a diesel. Don't run gas, we run diesel fuel. I never get motels unless Tasha's with me. Then sometimes I get them. Not very often though if I can get by with it, because the motel rooms out here generally run around $200 a night. 150 to 200. Some's worth it, some's not worth it. A lot of the big ones has somewhat accommodations for them. It just depends. The ones on the interstate, they tend to have them set up to where at least one big truck can fit in there. But a lot of them you have to park out in the street. That's another reason why I don't like getting the motels, because having to park out in the street. And that's one thing I've never liked to do. I don't mind parking in the street. I don't mind doing street parking, but I don't like to street park and leave the truck. Because you never know when somebody's going to call and say, hey, I got a big old semi 18-wheeler out here blocking my view and I can't see the road, and we need to get that thing towed out. It happens. It does happen. So right now we are in, is it Baird, Texas? B-A-I-R-D, Baird, Texas. 20 west. Yeah, well, that's the thing. If you leave your truck, it gets broke into, or it gets towed. It all falls on you, or it falls on the driver. I have had my trailer towed before. It's not cheap. They charged me $699 to tow my trailer 5 miles, maybe 6. It was yeah, I think it was 6 miles, because it was like $100 a mile. When do I expect to arrive in California? 1,200 miles away, so 2 more days. Yeah, and I mean, I would too. I would rather stay in the truck as a motel. Sometimes it's nice though to get a motel room. Because you get to get out and stretch out a little bit more, and sometimes it's nice, but I hate spending $150 to $200 on a motel room when I can stay in my truck for free. Yeah, kind of like camping for real. Truck camping, luxury style. Sometimes I pay to park. It just depends. Some truck stops have where it's the entire lot you pay to park. There's not too many of them around anymore. There's not a whole lot. Not like they used to be more than they are now. But like when I go through Arkansas, there's a particular lot that I stop at just about every time I go through there, and it's a paid lot. Sometimes when I stop, late at night, the only thing they got left is the reserve spots. Then I'll get a reserve spot. I don't pay every night, no. How do I know when I'm getting tired? The same way you know when you're getting tired. Or if I've just drove for 2 hours, I don't have to be like, I've only drove for 2 hours, I got to drive for it. I don't have to be like, it's not like that. When I start getting tired, then I feel it just like everybody else does, and I pull over at my first or next available spot to do so. Okay. You're talking about the one next to the tracks? It's on 270? That's not too far from here. That's actually probably a good spot to pull over for the night, so that I don't have to wait all day to start driving tomorrow. That's about 40 more miles. Well, about 33 miles. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad, because that'll put us down to 1,100-ish miles, so we could do like 550 and 550. I don't pay any attention to that, Kobe, because I don't buy it. So it doesn't matter to me if it's $2 a gallon or if it's $6 a gallon. It don't cost me a penny, so it's not something that I directly, even remotely, try to pay attention to. I don't worry about fuel prices at all, because I don't buy it. I get it and I pump it, and if you ask me right then and there, then I'll let you know. But as far as keeping up with it, it's not something that I have to do or even need to do. But I will go as far as to say that on average, it's around $4 a gallon on average. Not much less, but not a whole lot more, depending on where you're at. Tons of tardy slips. Tons of fun and tardy slips, man. So yeah, that's probably what we'll do. Run up here to the 270, because I think that's the That's the one that you're talking about. Hey, not the last time we went to California, but the time before that, I got $1,100 worth of fuel. I about crapped my pants when I seen that. I was like, oh dang. I was surprised that they've sent me back out to California after paying that big fuel bill. For real, I figured that'd be my last trip to California. No, sure wasn't. That was the first time I think that I went out to California after onion season. $1,100 for that, and some change. I mean, I don't know exactly. Now, if that would have come out of my pocket, I would have had a slow-driven heart attack probably. Somebody was like, just get half a tank of fuel and get the other half a tank in Oregon. Heck, it's just as expensive in Oregon. I mean, might be a little bit cheaper, but it's not much cheaper in Oregon than it is California. Not much. I mean, maybe a little, but not much. I'm surprised it let me get that much. But they've got us set on. As far as I know, they've got the fuel card set on a gallon maximum. They don't have it set on a price maximum, as far as I know. If they do have it set on a price maximum, I've never hit it, so. But 149 gallons is the most that I can get in a 24-hour span. I can't get more than that. And then I think it's 30 or 35 gallons for the reefer is the most I can get in a 24-hour span. Or maybe a 12-hour. I don't know. I did get the reefer shut off on me one day. That was I had got some emergency fuel at a Love's. I think it was maybe 15 gallons, maybe 10 or 15 gallons. And then I went on down. It was a couple hours later because I had enough in it to last me for a while, a few hours. So I drove just a few hours on my next fill up, which was 3 or 4 or 5 hours down the road. I was going to go ahead and fill it on up, and it only let me get I think it was 25 gallons, and it shut it off. And that's the one and only time that I've ever been shut off on reefer fuel. Well, and the thing is, 2,000 gallon tanks. Yeah, imagine that bill. Good Lord. The thing about it is, though, Leo, is there is so many drivers out here. Now, as far as nowadays, I don't know how often, how much, or how easy it is for drivers to get by with it. But back in the day, a decade, 2 decades ago, drivers was real bad about selling fuel off their fuel card. So what they do, the company drivers would sell owner operators, we'll say, with the $1,100 bill out in California that I had that last go. Okay, a company driver would sell that fuel to an owner operator for, say, half price, $550. Well, then they'd go on down the road and they'd get their fuel for a regular price, and they would take that $550 that the owner operator would give them for $1,100 worth of fuel, stick it in their pocket. So that's the reason why most companies nowadays, I don't know about all, but most companies nowadays gives you a gallons per 24-hour limit. Sarge, how you doing? Says that you can't do that. The last person that I heard doing that was back when I worked for Jackie Evans in Cleveland. Apparently, one of his new hires that he had come in, he was there for about a week, maybe a week and a half, and he was gone. And I went in and I was like, dang, I said, what happened to the new guy? And they said that's what he was doing. That he so his first week out, he supposedly sold like 200 gallons or 400 gallons. It was something like that. It was about, I don't know, I think, yeah, it's 200 to 400 gallons or something like that he sold off the card. How expensive it'd be to fly to the sun. It'd probably be pretty costly. But see, that Jackie Evans at that point in time, he didn't have any kind of limits or any kind of restrictions on his cards that I know of. And maybe the dude did, I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Maybe they just didn't like him. And yeah, well, it is dumb to think that would never catch up with you. But you know, back in the day, that a lot of company drivers did do that. Back in the day, before all the computer systems, kicked in, this and that, because they didn't have no real way of judging it other than speculation. If you turned in a receipt, yeah, quick buck. No, it don't take them long to figure it out. But yeah, that's why they've got it set up like that. The pumps will automatically shut off once you hit that certain number. Yeah, I have to enter it in the pumps. Yeah, exactly, and that's why every time we fuel, I read off the mileage to you guys, because I have to have that mileage to put it into the pumps. And the thing is now when it comes to that particular side, they have to have the mileage to go on their taxes. It's a whole tax thing. But it's also to keep track of the mileage. And I've worked for a lot of companies where you have to put down your mileage for, and this was, this is back before the computer ELDs and this and that. It was before all of that, where you have to put in your mileage every time you fill up. Which you still got to do that, but you also had to put in, like, every time you cross the state line, you would have to put your mileage down on your truck every time. Now, even if, like, when we're leaving out from my house, when we come out of Tennessee, we cross over into Georgia and then right back into Tennessee, you'd have to put it down on 3 different sections of, every time you cross the state line. Simon, how you doing? Welcome to the Ride Along Gang. Always a Ford guy. I thought you was a Porsche guy, man. Come on, man. How you doing tonight, Sarge? They still ain't got that Safeco opened up yet. They don't look like truck parking anyway. Like the Ford trucks, 10-4 on that. Was you in the stream, was it yesterday when we seen that Tesla? You was, wasn't you? The Tesla pickup truck? I would like to have cut that out into a short, but I went back and looked at it, which I didn't look at it in the short mode, but you might have actually been able to see it better. It's up there though for me to cut it. I may look at it tomorrow for tomorrow's short, because that's pretty. I've never seen one of the Tesla pickup trucks ever, other than just like on commercials and stuff. I didn't think they even really existed. Of course, I didn't think there for a bit, I didn't think the Tesla semis existed. Never seen one out on the road till we caught the, what was it, Cheetos? Was it the Cheetos one? I think it was Cheetos. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't even think about that. Is it a fun job being a truck driver? It's not what everybody thinks that it is. I mean, it's not a barrel of monkeys out here. Sure, you get to see different stuff on a day-to-day basis. You get to be in different places on a day-to-day basis, but a lot of people are under the misconception that truck driving is just a sightseeing job. Well, if you like to see the sights go by, then yeah, you got you a nice sightseeing job, but actually stopping and getting out and doing anything in the towns, well, I mean, I do it about as much as my limit will let me, and y'all can see that it sometimes we get to quite a bit, sometimes most of the time we don't. Yeah, it is, it's a life, and the thing is it's a trucker's life, and the world ain't really trucker friendly. It's not. There's people out here that do love the truck drivers, that do respect the truck drivers, but the percentage of people that love and respect truck drivers is way, 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 way smaller than the ones that doesn't like the truck drivers, that doesn't want the truck drivers in their cities or in their towns or on their roadways. Rescues the Tesla. How you doing from Detroit? Welcome to the Ride Along Gang. Yeah, there's a lot of cities out there. I mean, there is a lot of cities that it's just not what you call truck friendly. And when people says you're not truck friendly, that goes to, I mean, it goes as far as saying there's no good parking available, to truck stops, to being able to stop and get out and mosey around. God dang, look at that. That dude is scooting. Well, of course, I'm going a little bit slow, but how fast is he going? He's not going to get over. 77, 78, 80. Dang. We let him go by too quick to get splattered, I think. Some people honestly believe that truck drivers ain't even the ones that supply stuff. Like, you know, some people is narrow-minded enough to think if you ask the question, where does your stuff come from? And they'll give you the answer as, my stuff comes from Walmart. My stuff comes from the mall. My stuff comes from JCPenney. You know, there's some people out there that just thinks that's where their stuff comes from. Imagine though, a freaking one of them unicycles that can do 89 miles an hour could go faster than he was going when he came around us. I mean, just imagine doing that on one wheel. I couldn't imagine doing that on one wheel. I mean, I guess I could, but dang, man. You talking about doing some damage if you fell off. If you went into what they call the death wobble, oh, you'd be done, man. an awesome short. That really would. What for the popcorn you'd starve? I hear you there. Yeah. Yeah, them death wobbles will do a number on you. Broke a bunch. Sir, what are you doing? Merkel? That's right, that's the name of this little town. Merkel. Merkel, Texas. He might want to, driving like that. Chipped a piece of my finger away, changing that mud flap out, or not changing it out, but fixing that mud flap today. Just a little bitty tiny piece, just enough to be aggravating anytime I scrub it up against something. That's why I don't like picking up tools, because no matter what it is that I'm messing with, I'm gonna tear a piece of skin off my fingers. so I don't like picking up tools no more than I have to. Just don't like it. Yeah, especially when you brush it up against something, it's just like, dang it, man, dang it. And it doesn't seem like you ever do it until you take a chunk of skin out, and then it seems like it's doing it. It's forever hitting something. Am I allowed to have passengers in the truck? Only Tasha. Tasha's the only passenger that I'm allowed to have in the truck. And Haber, which is my dog. I'm not allowed to just pick up anybody and let them ride with me. Yeah, this is where we're going to call it quits right up here on this exit for the night. Appreciate you reminding me which exit it was, Leo. If there's a parking spot here, that is where we're going to stop for the night. Appreciate you reminding me which one it is. Because generally they do have parking spots, generally. Watch them not have a parking spot tonight. I think there's 2 truck stops on this stop though. The all subs and cold hands wear gloves, team. Oh man. Dang This one's got plenty of spots. I'll just park over here. I'll just park at this one tonight. Oh, Lord have mercy, man. What was that? Good Lord. Jeez Louise. Dang. I don't know. Let me go around here and see if there's another parking spot. It just seems a little too close to the edge. Dang it, man. I tell you what. Sound like that missed a gear. I believe there's another big old gully hole we can hit. Look at the size of that thing, man. I bet you could just about get stuck in that. This way, I don't have to wait till nighttime to drive tomorrow. And then, like I say, about 550-ish miles for the next 2 days. No doubt about it. I hate going in those where it feels like the freaking truck drops off the side of the earth. Sippy cup. Yes, indeed. Appreciate everybody stopping in and hanging out. And, well, it's still going to be about 12:30 before I can start up tomorrow. Still yet. 12:30-ish. But appreciate y'all stopping back in, and we'll definitely see everybody back that's coming back tomorrow at around noontime, a little later, something like that. Y'all have a wonderful night, and we will catch y'all back tomorrow. Everybody that's coming back tomorrow. Good night, everybody.